What's up, everyone, and welcome to Jason Old Art Behind the Art. Today we're looking at a painting that I titled Pouvoir, and that's just French for power. And it's also part of the Stitch series that I've been working on as well. But in terms of the painting itself, if you look at it, it's packed full of a lot of powerful symbols, right? Powerful symbolism. And one that might, sort of jump out at you at first is the pawn, right? And maybe some of you are even thinking, yeah, but that's not a very powerful symbol or powerful piece for that matter on the chessboard. And yeah, I would have to agree. But while it's not the most feared piece on the chessboard, if used correctly, it will definitely take down the king. And so apart from that, I just wanted to have a chess piece run alongside the right side of the painting. And the pawn's shape really works well with it. With sort of the composition itself. And so that's another reason I use the pawn. And then above the pawn, you can see that I have a female head. You can, obviously it's got the long hair here, and a sunset sort of set inside of it. And of course, this is a bit of a tribute to the female and femininity and the power of the female as well. And so I wanted to do a little tribute to all the females out there, right? And so again, inside the head here we have again another powerful symbol, which is the sun setting, and it's sort of a powerful time of the day, right? The day is coming to an end, and so many people stand outside and just watch the sun, effectively sink into the ocean. And so, I feel like that's a powerful time of the day as well. And so that I wanted to include that. And then you have, of course, the moon down here. So I have the sun up here, the moon down here, and then the moon is paired with the three waves, which indicates I was thinking about surfing. But again, the moon is a very powerful object as well in that it drives the tides, among other things, of course. But so I wanted to have that in there. And I really like putting the waves against the starry night backdrop. I think it makes the waves pop. It makes the foam of the barrel certainly pop. And it just really worked, particularly with this painting. And so as you can see, we've got the sun up here, the moon down here, and then I wanted to turn that on its head by putting, while this is a flower, I did it in colors that would indicate the sun. And so that did a number of things. That sort of flipped the sun and moon, the positioning, and it gave it some color down here in the bottom corner and really sort of encased the painting, I think at least. And so while this represents the sun, this one represents the moon. So as you can see, they're flipped upside down. So the sun here, moon here, sun here, moon here. And I know that moon isn't blue, but I thought blue would be enough of a color to sort of go along with the flow and the theme of the painting, because having a big white flower wasn't going to work. It just color-wise, it just didn't work with the composition. So of course I wanted to make it something that would blend with all the colors being used in the painting, and and then at the same time, like I said, represent sort of the moon up here. And but on top of that, I wrote an ekphrastic poem for it. And again, an ekphrastic poem is a poem written about a painting, a piece of art, or a picture. And so this ekphrastic poem is titled Pouvoir, of course, because it's about this specific painting. And I'll read this to you guys. And as always, I'll keep the painting up, and so you can look at the painting and listen to the poem. And so here we go. I travel the curves of your statuesque body, like a wave whose rising becomes entangled in the foam of life. A unique silhouette of dawn, a mysterious bell tower, a flower growing from the earth of morning. You hold the sun in your hand, and day and youthfulness spring forth from the petals of your eyes of blue sky. And so hopefully you can see a lot of that, those images and the imagery also in the poem, not only in the poem, but also in the painting. And so again, this is Pouvoir. If you're interested in the original, you can get it at jasonoldart.com. And if the original is sold by the time you get there, you can buy a print, and you can even buy some merchandise that has the artwork in it. And so you can find all that at jasonoldart.com. But this is Pouvoir, and again, thanks for watching Behind the Art.